In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Let's begin today's lecture by sending prayers and peace upon our Prophet Muhammad. May the best prayers and peace be upon him. So the title of our lecture today is How we can take advantage of the technology, or when it's working on the router. Or is that right? And now we'll understand what all this really means. Very solid stuff. We're going to access the routers page. After that, we'll go to, all right, and then to basic network. Okay. Then if you scroll down a bit, you'll find, yeah, okay. If we check this box and enable it, there's something called, this is basically, or what exactly is this about? It's like, for example, if you, Muhammad, are at my place and you want to connect to the Wi-Fi, but you don't want to enter the password from your phone, so I just press a button on the back, right? And I also press a button on your device, so a connection happens between the two. And you'll find that you connected to the router and got online with no issues at all. That's the function. It lets devices connect to the network faster, basically. All right? Or not exactly faster, but like, yeah, you just don't need to enter the password and all that. Okay? Okay. We have more than one way, or more than just pressing the button on the back of the router and the button on the other device. So a connection happens between the two. And we also have the unique pin as well. And we have, or like every 120 seconds, it automatically generates a brand new secure pin for us. All right. But in our specific case today, we're going to proceed with it in this particular manner so we can successfully generate that essential pin. Okay? We will definitely do it. And if your particular router isn't exactly similar to mine, you will definitely need to go into the settings and carefully look for the WPS option. You will locate this functionality within the comprehensive Advanced Settings menu, which offers a wide array of customizable options. Subsequently, we will proceed to delve into the parent environment, a specialized module, where we will meticulously learn and understand the precise methodology for automatically designing and implementing the explode feature with optimal efficiency and precision. Let's start by checking out the network that's activated on it. For WPS, which is the Wi-Fi protected setup, we'll use the specialized tool WashEye with the wireless network interface WLAN 0 Mon, which is short for monitor mode. I'll set the network to monitor mode and press enter. Thank God the error appeared, so I can show you how to solve any error that might come up for you guys, okay? You start by reading this, alright? I'm teaching you this ahead of time so that if anything pops up for you, because as a beginner, or as someone just starting out, it's impossible that every command you type will work perfectly, even if you type it exactly right. Okay? So you have to read what comes up and figure out how to solve it. The first thing it tells you is to ignore or deactivate. Activate states. If you look down here, it says the interface is not up, meaning your interface isn't up, right? All right. So to solve the problem, what do we do in a situation like this? First, we type, and then we write the name of the interface, which is 0. And then we tell it not to be upset with us and hit enter, okay? After that, we repeat the same command again, which is loosh-iw Nancy. And you'll find that it worked for you. No problems at all. Now you can do it. All right. Now it's showing me the networks that are activated it. Of course, here the channel, the size or whatever of this one. All right. Its version, and whether it has a lock or if there's a lock issue, especially in this part, the WPS technology. And you have. Okay, we have ours, which is dark. We are definitely going to use this, and we must make absolutely sure that the dark one is fully included. Or the one for we'll tell it. And we click on the interface. Then, with careful consideration of the next step, we will click on the Connect button to establish a secure and stable connection to the designated system or service, ensuring all parameters are correctly configured. And subsequently, we proceed to click on, after successfully establishing the initial connection, we will then proceed to click on Connect. We'll tell it so it shows us what it's doing, alright? Alright. Of course, it's the commands that start handling this matter. Right? Alright. And it executes more than one thing. I mean, if we click, it will start doing it. Alright? Right now, it's working on this pin. What? It's like the WPS cracking topic, the WPS. Thank you all, alright? But this process is going to take a really long time. So let's cancel this process. Alright? Alright. That's great. I mean, this could take about 2 or 3 hours. Alright? So you can get the pin. This pin right here, which is this number. Alright? And with this pin, you'll be able to get the password. The password, which is QWOR1234. Alright. So what are you going to teach us? How can we do this process properly? Alright? Now let's move on to the automated part. Of course, we're going to use the tool for this, alright? I've explained Wi-Fi before. And I'm sure you've seen it before, right? Yeah, the Wi-Fi is working now, just like you can see. So what I mean is, let's move on to the topics. Now we've reached the network, so we can move on here. The SSID, channel, encryption, power, WPS, clients. Under dark, you'll find the WPS is either disabled or active on the network. All you have to do is enter the target number and press enter. And then the Wi-Fi will start to use, or you'll use the dark network to first try the WPS specific attacks. And after that, you move on to the part where if the WPS attacks don't work or fail, you start to crack the WPA and WPA2. Alright? Alright. Of course, I'm going to wait about 5 minutes, because trying the pixie dust part might work, or it might not. But I think it might not work on my network. It might actually work. Yes, indeed. Also, my dear friends, this particular method could potentially work on many older legacy routers, and it might very well succeed for you in achieving your desired outcome. However, if the router you are attempting to use is a much newer, more advanced model, for example, if it's a very recent version or a cutting-edge release, then it might unfortunately not work effectively for you at all. Alright then? We also learned how we can... Yeah, or depending on the type, right? And now as we're explaining, you just keep trying these things. If you have several options and one doesn't work, you start to, or you try to. Alright, if you can't do it, you move on to the last option, which is the part we're going to explain at the end. You won't resort to that part unless, for example, you try WPA and WPA2. And if neither works, then you move on to that section. Alright? So you try these, and for sure one of them will work for you. Alright? Of course, we do the same process to see whether it will work for us or not. Alright? Alright. So, guys, after Pixie Dust Attack fails with us, it says failed. It started to do the null. Of course, there was something popular a while back, that there was an app on Google Play called something like that. People used to say, can I hack any Wi-Fi network using this? The idea behind it is that it works by or takes advantage of something like the null, right? So what it does is it becomes null, meaning there are empty fields, right? Alright, so through this, you could, well, if the modern methods don't have this part, or don't include it, or something like that, right? Even if we go to the router and try to set the bin to null, it will tell me there has to be a value or an integer value. For example, if we delete this and try to apply it, it will say the bin number can't be empty. So now it's telling you the field is empty and it's not allowed for the field to be empty. Alright, so now we understand what that means. Alright. Guys? Yeah, now of course. It's trying to do it, right? It's like it's working really well, and if it succeeds, it'll show me, right? But I tried before I recorded the lecture. I couldn't reach the bin for it, right? So after it fails at this part, it'll move on to the WPA and WPA2 part, right? Right? You can do that for this topic, all right? But we've already explained the WPA and WPA2 handshake topic in many previous lectures. So that's it. Today's lecture is over, and God willing, I'll see you in upcoming lectures, if God wills. All right.